Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 28th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's had a great Wednesday out there. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Thursday and Friday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watches, Warning, and Advisory map. Also, take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer, and also take a look at the National Hurricane Center over the next 7 days and also the next 48 hours as well. Okay, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Before I do, I'm asking for some help to get me to 500. I need some help. I greatly appreciate it. And I need 3,000 over like 2,300 something more watch hours to get my channel monetized. So if somebody out there could help me, I greatly appreciate it. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get on into the forecast now. We got showers and storms over portion of Maine, down in the portion of Boston, also back in New York State. Also, we got some shower activity in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, all the way down toward the Wilmington area. Got some shower activity down in the portion of southern Florida. Also, we got shower and thunderstorm activity from Mississippi, Alabama, back to West Virginia, Ohio, back into portions of southeast Canada around the Great Lakes, over toward Michigan, Wisconsin, back into Minnesota, back into Iowa, down to Missouri, all the way back over to Colorado, New Mexico, and also into Wyoming and Utah and Nevada. Also into Montana and portion of Idaho, and also into portion of North and South Dakota as well. We got high pressure dominating around Montreal and Toronto, Canada, southern Canada, all the way back over to southwest Canada, around Vancouver. We got high pressure also in charge of Washington State, down through Oregon, Nevada, through California, Arizona, in the portion of Colorado, down into the Gulf of California, northern Mexico, into Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, portion of Mississippi. Also northern Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, all the way up to New York State for your Thursday. Alright, let's take a look at your Friday forecast. We got high pressure around Quebec, down to Montreal and Toronto, Canada, all the way back over to southern and southwest Canada, around Vancouver, Canada. Also high pressure to charge a portion of Wisconsin through Minnesota, back to Montana, Washington State, down to Oregon, Nevada, Utah, all down to New Mexico, Arizona, down to the Gulf of California, also down in the portion of Mexico, over toward Dallas, Houston, Texas area, back in Arkansas and Louisiana, Panhandle, Florida, North Florida, and portion of southern Georgia. Some fair weather also for portion of New York and Boston area, but otherwise showers and storms will be in control of Maine, all the way through New Hampshire, down into New York, down into South Carolina, Georgia, back over to Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, back into Illinois, down in southern Florida, also into Missouri, back to Kansas, Colorado, around the Denver area, back into Texas, Wyoming, also South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa and Wisconsin area, and portions of Wisconsin and Minnesota. Southern Minnesota, with northeast Wisconsin, and also into Michigan as well, around the Chicago area. Showers and thunderstorms will be in your forecast for Friday. Alright, weather radar across the nation. You can see we got widespread showers and storms over southeast Canada, back into Maine, all the way down into portions of Vermont, New Hampshire. Showers and storms off in the Atlantic waters. Scattered activity over southern Florida. We got widespread showers. More widespread and scattered showers over Cuba. Bahamas looks good. The Hawaiian Chain Island got a few scattered showers around the island. Central and southern Alaska got some widespread showers in the southeast, scattered elsewhere. Guam radar looks good at this time. Mexico, down in northern Mexico. Also got scattered activity over Illinois, back into Indiana, portions of Kentucky. Over here near northeast Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and southern Canada, southwest Canada, scattered showers there. Scattered and numerous storms over portions of Montana, North Dakota, back into Wyoming, Idaho, also into Washington, Oregon State, California, Nevada, portion of Utah, and like I said, in Wyoming there as well. Some in Arizona, New Mexico, down in northern portion of Mexico, and a little bit in southeast Colorado as well. All right, let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory maps. We got a lot to talk about here. All right, still got the flash flood watches, flood advisories over portion of Maine, down in portion of New Hampshire. Also, we still got excuse me, air quality alert from Boston back through New York, all the way down to Pennsylvania toward the Washington D.C. area, portion of East Virginia, all the way down into North Carolina, a little bit in upstate South Carolina, around the Atlanta metro area, eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, all of Ohio, all of Michigan, all of in Indiana, all of portions of all of Illinois, all of Wisconsin, central and southern portions of Minnesota, and also over in Iowa as well. We got a big area of heat advisory for eastern portions of Kansas, also into much of Missouri, southern Illinois, also western portions of Kentucky, southwestern portion of Indiana, eastern Alabama, southwest Alabama, the Panhandle of Florida, also back through Missouri, also back down in the portion of Oklahoma, North Texas, southern portions of New Mexico, West Texas, southern Texas there as well. Excessive heat warnings also in effect for Tennessee, also in southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, much of Arkansas, all of Mississippi, much of Alabama, also down in portion of the Florida Panhandle, southeast Louisiana, north Louisiana, much of Arkansas, like I said, eastern portion of Oklahoma, northern and eastern portion of Texas, western Texas there as well. Red flag warning is also in effect for West Texas, southeast New Mexico, much of Arizona, northwestern portions of New Mexico, and western portions of Colorado, southeast portions of Utah. Air quality alerts there as well for northern Colorado. Some heat advisory for southern Colorado as well. Also over here in portions of California, northern California, and southern Oregon. Flood watches in effect for Montana. Also eastern portions of Wyoming, western, southwestern South Dakota, western Nebraska. Got some shit. Nebraska even got some severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing in the watch area. Also special weather statements and flood advisory for portions of Washington State, Oregon. Also down in the portions of Nevada, California. Excessive heat watches in effect for portions of Central California. Got a few special weather statements for Montana and northeastern portion of North Dakota. Got a severe thunderstorm warning there as well, and also Montana. River flood warning still in effect for South Dakota, Nebraska, and Nevada there as well, and also got a little bit of flooded watches in effect for portions of California. Hawaii and Chain Island got a few gale warning on the south side. North looked good. Northern portion of Alaska got some special weather statements there. The rest of you look good. Alright, we're moving on to the Storm Prediction Center overview. As you can see, general thunderstorms in the northeast, general thunderstorm down here in Florida, also some over here in portions of Kentucky and Tennessee, marginal risk up here in Wisconsin, down to Illinois, back to Kansas, all the way back up to North Dakota. General thunderstorms in the general thunderstorm area from Montana back to California, Nevada, also down in portion of northern Mexico through portion of New Mexico as well, and southeast Arizona. Convective outlook, that is what I just explained here. Convective outlook, there's a slight risk over Minnesota and Wisconsin, also over here portions of Nebraska and the portions of South Dakota, the eastern portions of it's just mainly for eastern Wyoming, western South Dakota, and western Nebraska. MDS discussion, currently none. Storm reports, tornado report 0, wind report was 1, now down the east coast of Florida. Hail report 14, Lord was 0. They were generally over western portion of South Dakota, eastern portion of Wyoming. I brought the total number to 15 as of this current recording, so I expect the number to increase just slightly. Okay, fire weather, got some elevated risk over western Texas, southeastern New Mexico, also over here in portions of Colorado, Utah, and also into portions of Arizona. Critical fire weather in red, that's western New Mexico, eastern Arizona, southeastern Utah, and ISO dry over here in portions of New Mexico. Okay, this is currently remnants of Tropical Storm Cindy as of 2 p.m. Southwestern Tropical Atlantic. A surface trough is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms a few hundred miles southeast of Bermuda. Upper level winds are markedly conducive for some slow development of this system during the next day or few days, while it generally moves northward at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Formation chance through the next 48 hours is low, 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 20%. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing. We'll catch you back in the next one.